All right, you guys. I'm going to do a quick video. First, this is what you're seeing on the screen right now is our dominator. Notice it right before I started this video, maybe about 10 seconds ago, opened up a trade for a buy. This is I take profit, maybe about $7.50. I started this account a little over 6 hours ago, $50,000 to test the new settings that we're using. It is already up $8,000. It is over 10% in less than 7 hours. But this video is not about that. This video, we want to break down the Tradingview tool. So we're going to go one tool at a time. I'm going to do one video for each tool. I think I'm going to start with the combination of all tools, right? So this is probably going to be a 4-part series. I'm not going to hold you up, maybe 10 minutes per video. Pulling up the charts right now. Once I get it, once it pulls up, I'm going to go ahead and pull it over to the screen. All right, here we go. Let's pull this on over for you guys. So we're going to do a combination of all tools. This is the perfect entry trading system, the combination of the entry optimizer tool, the golden key tool, and the session key tool, right? Let me make sure we have all three on. Let's pull it up on gold. Do it on gold. Ooh, that was a huge pull. That was a huge move. Look at these buys, man. Look at these buys on gold. Okay. Now notice we have the entry optimizer, the golden key tool, and the session key tool. So let's take off the entry optimizer for a second. Now, the entry optimizer is off the charts. We have just the session key tool and the golden key tool. So let's start with the golden key tool. Now, if you're using gold on the golden key tool, notice it gave you a sell. Sell was short-lived. Then it gave you a buy. Buy was short-lived. Came back, hit your stop loss, right? So you want to make sure that your actual take profit zones and your stop losses is intact. So we're going to go to the settings. And you have to change this depending on if you're using the golden key tool on gold, you will have to make sure that you're using it in points. So you have to add a 0. So this is 25. This is really 25 pips from the zone. So whatever your zone is going to be 25 pips from the zone. I'm going to change this to 20 pips from the zone. Take profit, 25 pips, 50 pips, 100 pips, right? On gold. Notice, ooh, I missed that trade. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. What was that? That's 300 pips. That's 400 pips yesterday, man. Woo! And I missed all of it. See what I get. See, that's the downfall, and that's the other side of the gift and the curse of the development side. Developing the tools, going over the settings, the trainings, doing the videos, and sometimes while I'm doing that, I be missing everything, man. I missed this entire move. It's okay though. That is okay though. We get it back. It happens quite frequently, right? Gold pushes. So back to the video though. You want to make sure that your settings is correct on your indices. If you're using indices or metals, you have to make sure you're using points instead of pips. Now, say for instance, you didn't understand that and you was using just pips. You put 20 pips, 25 pips, 50 pips, and 100 pips like that. Notice how your zones change. Notice how your zones change. You're going to look at it like, where's my take profit zones? And it's going to be all right here. And this doesn't make sense. I mean, it's not giving you enough room to catch the trade, right? So if you see it like this, then that means that you're on the indices or your metals and you want to add a 0. Once you do that, this is 1,000 points, which is 100 pips. Now it looks better, right? If you measure this, this is 100 pips. Put your 100 pips. Easy 100 pips, right? 20 pips below the zone is your stop loss, so it'll be about 25 to 30 pips stop loss at the most from your entry, right? So that's the golden key tool. Now, with the golden key tool, notice we're on a 3-minute chart, right? Conservatively, you want to use the hour chart. Conservatively, for the conservative, the initial signals in the signals channel is coming from the hour chart. Notice on the hour chart, you did not lose no trades. The hour chart gave you the buy. It didn't give you a sell, and then you lost out, then it gave you a buy, it came back. Notice if I go back to the 3-minute chart, if you use it on a 3-minute chart, what the hell is it? Sheesh. Let's reset it. If you use it on a 3-minute chart, it gave you a sell, right? Then it gave you a buy, and then it hit your stop loss on your buy. Then it probably hit your stop loss on your sell. You'd have been out the trade, right? The 3-minute chart is solely for those that understand the market, solely for those that understand how to utilize the tool. That way, once you get into the market and you want to get a re-entry or optimal entry, you can always go to the lower time frame. The conservative is to use the hour time frame. Notice you didn't get caught in no traps on the hour time frame. The hour time frame gave you everything you needed. It gave you your buy. Not only did it give you the buy. This is why I love this tool so much. Not only did it not give you the buy, it came back and gave you the optimal entry. This is for the manual traders out there that understand that in the markets, you're supposed to look for the best areas. If you're looking to buy, you want to buy the market. Where do you want to buy? You want to buy at the low. You don't want to buy at the high. Even though it did break above, the retail traders seeing this break, they're buying. And then get caught in the trap, and it pulls back every single time. It seems like almost every time you get in the market, you're like, oh, it's buying. It broke my zone. Let me get ahead and get in the buy. You get in the buy, then it pull back on you. Why? Because you're retail trading. That's why. You're not supposed to buy at the high. You're supposed to buy at the low. Why do you know it's the low? How do you know this is the low? How do you know to buy in this candle? How did you know to buy in this candle? How did you know this move didn't happen yet? This big old move didn't even happen yet. How did you know to buy? Some people are seeing this downtrend. Oh, I'm trying to sell. They're trying to sell right now. They're trying to sell. I got the hiccups bad. How did you know that you're supposed to be buying? You want to know how you know? Because you got the golden key tool, baby. You got the golden key tool to tell you to buy. But even after it bought, it came back into the zone. It never disrespected your zone. It never broke below your zone. It closed below your zone. So if you're looking to buy, you wait for the market to give you the best price possible to buy. You don't want to buy at a high. You want to get the best price possible. So once it starts pulling back into the zone here, on the hour chart, you go to the 15-minute. You go into the 15-minute. You notice in here on the 15-minute is below your zone. It breaks back above your zone. Now on the 15-minute, there's your buy. This is where you buy. Oh, no, hey, I'm on a video. 15-minute chart, it breaks back above your zone. When it's above your zone, you buy. Did you miss the trade? Not at all. Did you go into drawdown? Not at all. You went straight to profit. 400 pips. So you saw it on the higher time frame. You saw the buy on the higher time frame on the hour. You pulled down to the 15-minute. And the 15-minute, before it breaks, this candle right here, let's go back to the hour chart. Look at where you're buying. Look at where the arrow is at. Look where the arrow is at. The candle that's breaking back above your zone, right? This zone, notice this zone on the hour chart is bigger than the zone on the 15-minute chart. So you're still getting a great, look how small it is on the 15-minute chart. The zone is smaller. So this is your breakout candle. You buy on this candle and you catch the entire 400 pips, right? That is the golden key. Now, the session key tool. The session key tool is similar to the golden key tool. The session key tool is mainly for Forex pairs, but you can utilize, now before I get there, let's pull up the golden key on a Forex pair. Now notice with these settings that we have, there's 200, 250, 500, 1000. Notice how big the zones are for your take profits. That's because we are now on a Forex pair. So if you are on a Forex pair, you just have to understand, if you're using golden key on a Forex pair, you have to go back into Forex settings. You have to take off the points. You got to go back into Forex mode. Doesn't that look much better? Looks much better, right? Much better. Sell, didn't stop loss, straight to profit. Buy, it goes those buys. This is a perfect Example. This is the golden key tool, baby. That's why I love these tools. Notice you caught up. The sell was short-lived. Notice you caught this buy, right? This buy out the zone. First indication. Bought out the zone, retested. Right there. That's one. You count that as one, right? That's one. Retest. Do you want to buy? Where do you want to buy? Do you want to? This is what retail traders do. They're seeing this downtrend, right? Before any of this happens, this is what retail traders do. I mean, I'm a retail trader. I've done this before as well. I'm not knocking the retail traders. We all are retail traders, unless you're trading for the banks, right? This is what retail trading, the mindset, though. You can be a retail trader and not trade like a retail trader because you understand the mindset and the smart money concepts. Notice these down, all of this down, these huge big candles going to the downside. What are people doing? They're selling, right? They're selling, they're selling, they're selling. They're selling, right? You got this trend line working and everything like that. You're using your technicals, blah, blah, blah. Right? You got a trend line there. You want to get even closer to it, you got this trend line here, right? So before any of this happens, people are seeing, let's take off the golden key for a minute. People are seeing the downtrend. They're trying to catch the break. This is a good order block. I mean, when you see huge wicks like this and it comes back to the bottom of the wick, 9 times out of 10, it's going to bounce, man. It bounced in the same. It came all the way down here and bounced in the same candle. You don't think it's going to bounce again? Right? See, I mean, that's an easy buy off of technicals. But before we even get to the technicals, I mean, before we even get to the golden key, that's an easy buy off of technicals. But a lot of retail traders, they're selling. They're selling. They're selling. Or they're trying to sell, right? They're catching this breaks. They catch this break. They're seeing this break right here. And they buy, right? There's nothing wrong with that. They buy. Nothing wrong with it. They're seeing these huge candles to the downside. They're selling. They're selling. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Depending on where you got in the market. As soon as you start selling, you see these huge 3 red candles. You start selling way down here. Why are you selling at the low when you should be selling at the high? Smart money sell at the high. Why do you think the market came back down? Because the smart money, the banks is starting to sell. They are buying here, closing out their buys, which means they're selling their buy orders back to the market, which is the same thing as selling. And once they're closing some of their partial profits of their orders, they're the smart money. They're the big hedge funds. When they're closing out these huge orders down here, it is going to push the market in the opposite direction. You can be a retail trader and get caught in the trap. You're trying to buy. Retail traders, and this can run one can run. They're buying, and then once they're who you think you're buying it from? First of all, as a retail trader, if you're buying in this candle, who you think you're buying it from? Most retail traders is buying already. Who you think you buying it from? You're not buying from other buyers. You're buying from sellers. Who's selling? Who's selling? Smart money is selling because they're closing out their buy orders up here. So now that they're closing out their buy orders and they're selling it to the market, they need to sell it to somebody. They have to entice you, the retail trader, to buy at the high so that they can sell at the high. The way that the market flows, and people, it can be that easy. Once you understand and break away from the retail mindset and just understand that you're supposed to sell at the high. But a lot of people see this and start selling way down here. You selling, the high is up here. If you wanted to sell, you're supposed to be selling up here. You seeing this and you start selling way down here, you're retail trading. You're selling at the low. And get caught in the trap every single time. It starts selling again, selling at the low. You get caught in the trap every single time. Now it's breaking and it's going into the upside. Depending on if you caught your buys based off the technicals, you in the profits, you good. But if you late to the party and you're seeing this, and then you're seeing this here, this little wick in the 15-minute, you in a 5-minute, you saw that, you went to the buy, got caught in the trap. You seen this big old green can, went to a buy, got caught in the trap. Happens every time because people are trying to buy at the high instead of buying at the low. Right? Well, that's a different video. We're going to do different videos when we get on our Zooms starting in a couple of weeks. Probably wait till the end of the holidays. But we're going to start doing our trainings live again. We're going to catch back up on those. But notice, after you broke the trend, guess where it came back to? People are selling. Why are they selling at the low again? Why are they selling at the low? Now, if you understand smart money, you can easily see the order blocks. I mean, you can easily see the order blocks. But if you had the golden key, notice where it bought from the first time and where it came back to the second time. If I put the golden key back on, notice where it came back to. I can't make this up, man. We can't make this up, man. Do you see how easy this trade is? If you missed it the first time, and the conservative way, let it break. Let it break. Go ahead, break. Give me 50 pips, and I dare you to come back to this zone. I dare you. Because I'm not second guessing it no more. If it gives me this move here, it comes all the way back to the zone in the same time period, that's an easy buy. Easy. Easy 50 pips. Well, 25 pips. Easy. That's an easy buy. No drawdown went straight into profit with your eyes closed. You can press buy with your eyes closed. This is an optimal entry. Why? Because you're buying at the low, not the high. So a lot of people are like, oh, it's buying. Euro USD is buying. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until it breaks my area of resistance. I want it to break the area of resistance. I want it to break resistance first. What? That's backwards. It's resistance. You're supposed to sell at resistance. Not supposed to try to buy when it breaks. It broke right here. Broke. It's resistance. It's supposed to resist. You want to buy at the low, which is support, and you sell at the high, which is resistance. Notice this is Euro, like I said, Euro USD. You want to make sure your settings is right. You can utilize gold on any pair. Any pair can get it. I don't care if it's Forex. I don't care if it's gold. I don't care if it's platinum. I don't care if it's silver. Look at this buy right here. This is platinum. This buy on platinum gave you 1,000 pips. 1,000. It's very volatile. You're gonna need a little bit of piece of change to trade platinum, but that's 1,000 pips in like 2 hours. Guess what? In the same 24-hour period, it gave you a sale for another 1,500 pips. Lord have mercy. Can't make this up, man. Shout out to the golden key. Look, small sale, short-lived. This small sale, short-lived, gave you now, of course, the settings. You notice you take profits and you can't even see it. It's so close, so you got to make sure, again, you got to add that 0. So it makes sense. This is an indice. Add that 0. See how close these take profits are for platinum? This buy went straight to 550 pips, 500 pips. This is platinum. Look at this buy. Lord have mercy. So you did catch the sale. Sale hit you take profit 1. Now, if it doesn't tell you to sell and you're seeing the tool, you're manually seeing it break back above and they go down optimal entry again. Here we go again. Came back to the bottom of the zone. What did it do? Broke back above the zone. It gave you like 10,000 pips. How many pips is that? That's 5,000 pips. 4,300 pips. No, it's not points. It's 4,000. This is 43,000 points, which is 4,300 pips. For the naysayers out there, that's 43,725. Take off the last digit. It's 4,372 pips. It's platinum. Golden key, baby. It's the golden key. You can also use it on US 30. US30. Here we go, another one. Buy, came back, optimal entry, took off. Buy, came back, optimal entry, took off. There we go again with that. Go ahead, give me 100 pips and come back to the. Go ahead. I dare you to come back to the zone. I dare you. If you missed the trade, look at this beautiful trade, man. I missed this one yesterday too. Matter of fact, I did a video. I think I put up. I didn't miss this. I did a video. I did put up. We caught some of this. We did catch this from yesterday. We caught this, and then I did a video. We was in this area before this even happened. Lord have mercy. So I'm gonna real quick to end the video. I'm gonna show you the combination of all of them. Right. So you got your golden key tool on US 30. Look at that, bounce. Look at that again, bounce. As soon as it came to the zone, bounce. Why do you think it bounced? Because it's the golden key zone. If you took the golden key zone off, did you think it was going to bounce? All these people selling in this area got caught in the trap. They sold in the area, got caught in the trap. This is US 30. You don't want to get caught in the trap of the 30-30, man. It's dirty out there. Don't get caught in the dirty trap. The dirty 30, baby. Golden key 2 is going to save you a lot of heartache and pain. But adding the session key tool. Let's go to the session key tool real quick. Let's take off the golden key tool. Session key tool gave you a buy early, gave you a buy back here. Notice around the same area, same zone. The session key tool, the zone is a little bit bigger, right? It measures out more candles than the golden key tool. The golden key tool is more precise. It's more so for it was made for gold mainly, but you can utilize it for Forex as well. The session key tool was made for Forex. Guess what? You can use the session key tool for indices and metals as well. So when you combine the two, double confirmation leads. Double confirmations for buy, came back to the golden key tool, took off. Double confirmations for sales, double confirmations for buy, came back to the bottom of the golden key and took off. You want your double confirmations. It gives you more confidence. It gives you more confidence when you got two telling you what to do. Now, here's a prime example when sometimes it might go in opposite favors. You got to sell, right? It started selling straight out the session key. So then the golden key formed and it bought. Right? So your session key, this is US 30, by the way. Your session key, you still had about 70 pips, right? But you got one zone here, one zone here. So now you're just selling and buying in between the zones. If it doesn't come back to the golden key zone, you know this buy valid is a mother. This buy is valid because the session key followed up with your session key. You caught your 70 pips at first. Your golden key gave you the buy, straight to profit. Straight to profit. Then the session key gave you a buy, pulled back to where? Optimal entry me, please. Where do you want to buy? You want to buy up here? Or do you want to buy it at the low? Where's your low? The low is at the zone. This came to the bottom of the zone. Now, how low do you go? How low can you go? It'd have been beautiful to pull back to the golden key tool, but it didn't. It just pulled back to the bottom of the session key tool and took off. Double confirmations is key. Guess what? We don't stop there, baby. We ain't gonna stop there. Look at this huge buy, man. Hopefully somebody, matter of fact, shout out to my guy Jay Wild and Rise. I believe he caught that buy. I believe he caught that. We discussed that earlier today. Let's pull up the optimizer, baby. Now let's take off the session key. Let's take off the golden key. The optimizer gave you the buy here. Gave you the buy. And then gave you the sell. The huge pullback back to the zone, it gave you the sell back down. It gave you the sell back down. Notice the buy. Notice where this buy is at. Notice where this buy is at. Let's pull up the golden key. Notice where the buy is at. Notice where the buy is at. You got the technicals breaking. You got your entry. You got your optimal entries coming in. You got your buy from the golden key. You got your buy from the session key, and then you get another buy from the entry optimizer to confirm the trend, and it took off. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. Y'all just got to see this, man. This buy from here all the way up here, that's over 1,500 pips on US 30. 3 confirmations. Guess what? Guess what? This is 2 days ago. 2 days ago, leading into yesterday. And then yesterday, we caught 2 more buys for another 500 pips. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buys for 1,500. 5 buys. 2 of them gave you 1,500 pips. Another one gave you 1,000. That's 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 pips in 2 days. That could be that's about 5,000 pips in 2 days on US 30. Hopefully, y'all learned something in this video. Hopefully, y'all are excited. If you have access to this tool, hopefully you get excited. Hopefully, you learn how to optimize those tools, combining those tools to give you those double and triple confirmations to build your confidence so you can take control of these markets, baby. It don't matter what it is. Notice my hit list. My hit list has all pairs, all Forex pairs, the majors and the crosses anyway. All your metals, all your indices, all your crypto, futures, stocks, don't matter. We can use these tools on all of them. Now, let's pull up the entry optimizer real quick before we get out of here. I want you guys to understand something with the entry optimizer, right? Now, with the entry optimizer, it all depends on the time frame. Notice you have your sell zone, you have your buy zone. If it's in the red, if you have a red background, sell zone. Green background, buy zone. So if you're pulling up a chart, and in some cases, it's not going to be as clean as this, right? If you're in this buy, you notice it went straight, and then it started going up, and then it goes straight. You can use your stop loss, put your stop loss right below the green line. If it goes up, put the stop loss right below the green lines, right below, put your stop loss right below. Hit stop loss right below, stop loss right below. Then finally, when it breaks, hit your stop loss and you trail the market, right? But this is a clean buy. This is a clean buy on a 15-minute chart. This is like 2-3 days maybe on US 30. Clean buy, right? So if you are unsure on what you should be doing on US 30, pull up the entry optimizer. And if it's currently in the red, if the background is red, you're looking for what? Sales. If the background is green, what are you looking for? Buys. When do you buy? That's when you pull up your golden key and your session key tool and wait for it to tell you to buy, right? That's the combination of all three. That's just simplifying the markets the best way possible using these tools. Now, sometimes it's not as clean as this. It's clean buys, clean sell. Then it'll give you a buy, then it'll give you a sell. Now you don't know what to do. Like, damn, I was buying, now I'm selling, now you're telling me to buy. So you're going to get a few opportunities, especially in US 30 because it's very volatile. We're going to do that, right? So in some cases, depending on the time frame. Now, if I go to a lower time frame, notice why it's pulling up so slow today. Lower time frame, you can catch an earlier entry and ride the trend, right? But then you'll get some cases where it does this: sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. So to fix that, what you will have to do is you'll go to your settings and you will change your ATR period or your ATR multiplier. So right now mine is at a 5.5, right? If I put it at a 3.0, just look at the boxes, watch how the boxes change. It's going to be more frequent. You wanted to have it as clean as possible. Notice I went from a 5.5 to a 3.0. Did it change? Didn't change much. Okay. Let's see. I don't know why my trading view is so slow today. Okay, there we go. It just changed. Okay. It just changed. I don't know what's up with my trading view, you guys. Maybe it's because of the Zoom slowing it up. But ultimately, you don't want it to where it's looking like it's just a whole bunch of small red and green lines bunched up together. You don't want it. You wanted a clean green background, clean red background. So you got to kind of play with those settings until you get the right settings that you like the best. Let's go to 6.0 or 6. Now watch how it gets a little bit cleaner with the 6.0. Wait for it to load. I don't know why it's taking so long. I have to do a diagnostic scan on this CPU. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the CPU, Tradingview, my internet, or what. But it's acting slow today. Notice it got a little bit cleaner, right? So now let's go back and let's change the ATR period 50. See what that does. What was I at? Hold on. I don't want to mess up. I was at 120. Okay. Let's change this to 50. So you're just kind of playing with the settings because you wanted to get it as clean as possible, right? The cleaner, the better. The cleaner, the better, especially on a higher time frame. We highly suggest using the entry optimizer on higher time frames. The higher the time frame, the cleaner it'll actually look. If you're on a lower time frame, you're going to get a whole bunch of these small sales, small buys, small sales, small buys. If you get on a higher time frame, it'll give you a better outlook on the trend. And once this loads and you guys can see that, we will go ahead and we will conclude this video. Go back to 120. I think it was at a 5.596. Trying to get it back to where we were, baby. $5.5. Because you want the clean moves. You want these clean down moves. Even being this US 30 on the hour chart, this short-lived buy still probably gave you about 50 pips. Notice it gave you a little bit more choppiness. It got a little bit more choppy when I went down to 5.5. So let's go to 8. Let's go to 8. We want less choppiness. This should be all green right here. We shouldn't have no red in between. I want this to be all green. Once you get that and you see that, like this one, and we want this to be other than this small buy, it should be that too many buys. This should be all red, other than this pullback right here. But once you play with the settings a little bit and you get what you're looking for, then you just run with those settings on that time frame. Now, each time frame is going to have different settings. Yeah, this is definitely off because it wasn't like this at first. I believe. No, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. All right, let me see. Can I go back? I think I was higher than 8. Let's go to 10. Should have saved the settings because I had the right settings before, but I kind of messed up. I think I just messed them up. But it's okay. I'll get it back. But yeah, that's basically it. So notice we have a buy. I just changed the settings. We got a buy coming in right now as we speak on US 30. So let's look at it real quick. See what's going on. Okay. I see what I was doing. Okay, I was on a lower time frame. Sorry, guys. I was on a lower time frame. That's what it was. There we go. Yeah, I was on a lower time frame. Okay. All right. So notice on this lower time frame, when we put that huge pull to the upside, was it all green? Let's put the golden key up. That'll tell us. Yeah, okay. All green. Okay. Yeah, this is it. All right. All right. So hopefully you guys learned something today. I didn't want me to go this long, but hopefully you guys now see the power of the tools. If you don't have access to the tools, you can always get access to the tools. We have a great holiday special going on right now. If you've seen this on YouTube or somewhere in our promotional groups, you get access to not only the tools, you get access to the signals as well. So while notice it sends out the signals as well, right? So you got let's pull out one of the tools. The golden key tool, the session key tool, and the entry optimizer gives you your entry, your stop loss, take profit 1, 2, and 3. We automatically have these tools connected to our Telegram. So when it does give you the entry, take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss, it sends the signal to the Telegram. So even if you're not looking at the computer, if you're not looking at the chart, at least you get the signal in the Telegram, right? And if you have TradingView, you can pull up TradingView app on your phone and you can still see the tools. That's a great thing. That's why we migrated from MT4 to TradingView with the perfect entry trading system. Because on MT4, you can't see no tools. We had some great tools for MT4 as well, right? When we first started developing the perfect entry trading system. But if you're on the go, on the road, or somewhere outside of your computer, and you're looking at your phone, MT4, there is no tools. You can't see the buy, sell arrows, right? So with the TradingView app, if you have the app, you can still see the tools. You can still see and pull up the golden key tool, see where it's at, pull up your session key tool, see where it's at, you pull up your entry optimizer, see what the trend is doing, and you can take advantage of the trade. But if you don't, if you're not looking at it, you can at least have your Telegram connected to where you get the alert for a signal. And if you hear the alert for the signal from the Telegram and you got your alert settings to a certain sound, you're like, oh, snap, that's the bell. That's money calling right there. That's a signals from the signals channel. Let me go ahead and pull up the signal real quick. You pull up the signal and it tells you to buy US 30. Now you know, oh, snap, US 30 buying. Let me go ahead and go to TradingView. Let me see what the golden key, the session key, the entry optimizer is telling me. That way I can have confidence in getting in this trade. You're not losing out on any opportunities to make some money. So that's what's available. You have the golden key tool, the session key tool, the entry optimizer tool. In congruency, they're all connected to the Telegram. That way you can also get the signals. Our signals channel averages well over 5,000 pips every week. Not month, every week. Consistently for the last 2 years. Yes, for the last 2. We have not had a losing week yet. It is rare to where we have a losing day. I believe in the last 2 years, from the time I've allocated all of the trades, we probably had 2 losing days. To where we allocated all of the trades, all of the signals, and we caught more losses than wins. Only 2 out of 2 years. Maybe 3. I'll give you 3, right? We lose some trades. I'm not saying we don't lose trades. We might send out 10 signals. You'll lose maybe 2 of them, right? But the 7, you can lose 5 out of 5. But the 5 you won, you caught 500 pips on US 30 or 200 pips on gold that'll subsidize the 40 pips you lost on Euro USD. So if you don't have access, you can get in contact with me. If you're watching this on YouTube, we got the links to the Telegram chats in the description. If you're already in the Telegram chat, just scroll up and scroll down. You can probably see the holiday special where you can sign up straight through the Telegram channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.